Welcome to the High Performance Fatherhood Podcast, a podcast focused on helping dads move from fear-driven responsibility to high-performance fatherhood. I am your host, Troy Woods. What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the High Performance Fatherhood Podcast. It's good to be with y'all. On another episode, I wanted to kind of do a little something special for this episode because I realized that and a lot of the content we've been trying to produce, I really haven't put anything out like this, but it comes up often in conversation. So I want to do something for all of our new dads out there, for the dads that have newborns, for the dads that you and your lady are expecting. I kind of wanted to do this podcast for you because in my conversations, I'm finding out that there are some common things that all dads are experiencing. And the thing is that when I hear that a father is experiencing this, it automatically, in most cases, is letting me know that he's going to be a good dad because he's attentive to this. What I'm talking about is most fathers that I know that are expecting their first child or have newborns, they're scared. And I know you're thinking, how can that actually be a good thing? And it's a good thing because you're being attentive. You want things to be right in the life of your child. I would be more so worried if you just didn't think that the birth of your first child or any of your children was a big deal. But the fact that you're nervous, you're scared, that's actually a good sign. Now, one thing I want to share with you guys, I have 2 children of my own. So I've been there. I have a boy and I have a girl, right? The one thing I want to share with you, and you probably have heard this in your conversations, but I'm going to say it anyway. There's no roadmap for this, right? The gentleman I was speaking to a couple of days ago, I was sharing with him, there's no roadmap to this, man. It really isn't. But he has 2 things going for him. He has 2 things going for him that automatically put him halfway home. He has the fact that he's going to be present in the life of his child. And he has the fact that him and his child's mom, who's his wife, that they're together. It's a major benefit. Now, I know that that's not the situation for everybody. Everybody's situation is different. But the first thing that you can do is be active in the life of your child. The first thing you can do, let me change that. The first thing you can do is have the desire to be active in the life of your child. Then you got to go out and do it. You got to have the desire to do it. That's first and foremost. If you are with your child's mom, great. If you're not, there's some extra steps you got to do, man. I mean, the child's on the way. There's nothing you can do about it. You and her didn't work out. For whatever reason, maybe it was never going to work out. I don't know your situation, but you have a child on the way. You guys are bringing a life into this world. You guys both have to be responsible adults and parent this child, right? So the first thing you can do is have the desire to want to be there. The second thing you can do is be there. Third thing you can do is have the best relationship with the child's mother that you can have. That's if that person is your spouse or even if they're not your spouse. Have the best relationship you can with that person. That, in my opinion, automatically puts you half the way there, right? Because the rest of it, because the reason I say it puts you half the way there is because those 3 things, having the desire to be there, actually being there and having a good relationship with your child's mom or working towards a good relationship with your child's mom, that's going to give the child a good foundation, right? That's going to give the child a good foundation. Then you can springboard from that and work on the other things. But stuff's going to happen, man. I mean, it's no way. We want this thing to be perfect. A lot of dads, I'm right. I'm more right brain than I am left brain. So I'm a creative, but I'm also analytical. And dads, we want to quarterback everything. We want things just to be right, and that's part of our DNA. That's who we are. That's part of our makeup. That's a good thing. But the thing is, kids are going to be kids. Everything's not going to go perfect, right? The kids are going to make messes. They're going to do things. They're going to do things that throw you off your game. The biggest thing for you is learning how to adapt, to stay in position while adapting. That's like the biggest thing. And don't, you got to watch your level of frustration, because a lot of times, fellas, when we're bringing a child into the world, we put so much on the mom, and we think that so much should be just the maternal side, right? But be attentive. Be attentive. I think if you are attentive to your child from the moment they arrive, you stay pretty much engaged with that child. It's hard to kind of be hands off and, okay, you do this, and then I'll do this stuff over here. And then later on, you want to kind of bring that relationship together as they start to get older. I think that's a little tough. My personal advice is for all dads that are about to be brand new dads, and for dads that have newborns, like, just be as attentive to that child and mother as you can. Forge that bond, that closeness. You do it. I think it just helps bring a level of calmness to the home, to the situation, and it'll help you to adapt. But you can't lose it, man. Like, you can't. It's good to have a healthy amount of fear, and we're not talking about fear-driven responsibility. Although this kind of is the preliminary thing to what we discuss on that. But this is like a healthy thing, because it's letting you know that you're in touch with your emotions. It's letting you know that you're on guard, wanting to be whatever you need to be for that child. So I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to I don't want you to freak out, man. I don't want you to think that you're just going to blow it and get it wrong. You're not going to blow it and get it wrong. Mothers have a maternal instinct. They're nurturing. That's true. But there's no blueprint for them either. That's why it's good when you guys can work together and figure things out. And then when you have another child, that child's going to be different. You can't necessarily follow the same playbook that you follow for the first one. It's a constant moving target that you have to keep your eyes set on, right? But it's all good, man. I mean, that's why we build a community. Talk to dads that have been there. Like, stay in contact, man. That's the other thing. You're not on the island. You're not on the island with this. We're building a community of dads. We've been there, right? And there are dads that have been places I haven't, because at the time of this recording, my oldest is only 12 years old. I don't have a 16-year-old yet. I don't have an 18 or 21-year-old yet, but I'm around fathers who do, or who have children that are older, and they can tell me what those steps look like. Stay connected, man. Stay connected. Don't think that you're on an island. Even if there's some things that you can't talk about, with your significant other, get around a group of men that will hold you down, man, and be there for you and support, and you'll know it, right? It'll be those guys that are encouraging you to be there with your kids instead of running the street, instead of hitting the club. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going out, but when your priorities shift, you'll know you have the right people around you when they're encouraging you to do what deep down you know is right yourself to do. Children change your life, man. They change your life. They change your timetables. They change everything. But you're built for this moment. And as a new father, I just don't want you to be scared. Get your circle right. Do what you need to do. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Thank you for listening to another episode of the High Performance Fatherhood Podcast. For questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to email us at podcast@300fathers.com.